Hello and welcome to my video segment. And my video segment is going to be on the entrances and hidden paths of Waterfall Glen. Now this is a area literally right behind my house, which is very convenient because on a very nice or cold day where there's no bugs or anything, this is a very nice place to go. Now, this entrance is a sort of hidden entrance that I've found over the years. Not many people know about it because it's kind of off to the side of the road, and most people they're usually driving right past it. And it's not really a typical path for everyone to go on. There's several of these. I'm gonna show you more the paths today. We'll look at entrances later, but this is one of the first things you're gonna see in my video segment. So if we look here, this is a better visual of another deer path. As you can see, it kind of goes straight through, just like a regular hidden path would be. The problem is there's a lot of broken sticks, and it's not really it's more of a messy trail. It's not like kind of smooth and where you can just walk right through. Some of these trails like this can have a lot of bugs, ticks, and things that you wouldn't want to have on a trail because it would ruin a lot of your experience. Because if you have some of these ticks or something like that, I mean, that would not be fun. But it's always good to know what kind of paths these are. So if you are exploring and you want to find hidden paths that are marked, and it's good to know which ones are and which ones are not. So this sort of path is not a path. It really does look like someone removed all the sticks that go from right here all the way down over there. But this is some of the animal paths that are on these trails. This would probably be more of a deer trail because all of the broken sticks and how big deer are. This is sort of what the entrance of those paths would be. And some of these paths can make you very lost in these woods, and you wouldn't want to take any of these paths. Now there's going to be other paths though that look just like this that people made. Some of these paths they made because they were trying to form new paths for the forest preserve, and they usually mark them with either flags, sticks, some sort of marking so they can come back to it if they needed to change something or whatever. So as we're walking on this trail, you would look at either this or this side. These trails are usually for utility uses, or how I like to use them, or most people like to use them, is for their pet, like a dog, because they're off trail and not around other people, and usually people don't want to be around dogs off leash, and these are perfect areas so that they can kind of roam around. These are usually where some of the hidden paths that are made would be. This path actually leads to some of the apartments down over here. These are actually associated with the actual forest reserve. There's another street out by the road that takes you all the way to the apartments over there, but this is one of the trails that can lead you right behind to those apartments. We are gonna go to this path though, because this path leads all the way to the apartments, and we don't want to go that way because it's kind of a dead end. If you look at these branches, you will see scrapes right around here, and these are not natural scrapes. These are from deer sharpening their antlers. Usually this is a sign of them marking their territory. There's more over right here on this branch. There's one over there. Let me move over there so you can see it better. All right, there. And sometimes these can also be where their nest or den usually is. And some of these paths, some of their predators, such as coyotes or other animals that like to eat deer, love to be around. So it's good to keep in mind these areas and to keep an eye out for any of animals like that. And it was right. All right, so this is one of those hidden paths I was talking about earlier. This is hard to see. Let me see if there's anything that would help identify this better. Usually you can see it by like the markings on the ground and people that step there. Usually they're around trees. Sometimes I see that branch that's just hanging on that tree over there as one way to tell that some sort of path was made like that. They usually, the Forest Reserve rangers usually who make these paths mark them with some sticks like that or flags because they ever want to come back to this spot. See that stick just hanging up right there. Usually they put them in the ground like that and put a flag next to it to identify if this is a path, at least to either this side of the trail or another area. But you also got to keep in mind, sometimes these trails, that they scratch them, a lot of weeds and sticks grow, and if you walk in the wrong area, you could be getting a lot of sticks and spurs and all different kind of stuff on you if you're not wearing the right stuff. A little irritating when they call that off. But these are some of the hidden paths. At this point here, we are at another intersection. Now, I will be going this way to show you a spot in this area that scouts like Cub Scouts or whatever come to either camp or do activities that they're doing here. And these are usually the paths that they take right here that goes straight to the woods and not towards where the parking lot is, to the other away from all the other people. They're kind of discreet with when they do that, which is I think is very nice. As we're walking on this trail, sometimes it's good to just be silent and just kind of listen to what's going on around you with all the wind and trees making noises, and there's birds, stuff like that. I've also heard that the quieter you make your steps, the more likely you have a chance you could run into an animal. And those times are very hard to come by because they're usually animals don't like to be around where most people are. They like to hide like further away. Like they could be like here where a deer path would be. They could be all the way on the other side of the the trees, and you would never know, but they can see you because they can hear you. And they're just waiting right there, because if you move any closer, they're going to start running. And that's when a lot of, you see like a whole family of them or whatnot. Now, if you were to go this way, you would take the trail back to the main trail where most all patrons are walking. Usually no one really goes on this path because it goes right into trees and it's kind of off to the side. Again, this way is the long way I was talking about, to go around where I was before. There's not really much over there. It's just a big circle around the trees. But we're gonna go this way. There's a creek that comes down this way, and as you're going down, you will see a lot of different things, like a map or a lunch area, because this is where the Cub Scout area actually is. If you can see out in the distance, we will get close to that in a minute. Let me just walk over there and I will show you. So again, there's another two-way path. One way is just a long way around to the Boy Scout camp, but the other way is a short way. There could be a lot of things this way that you will see. Some things this way you will see, but today we're gonna take the shorter path. But this path usually has a lot of water or mud and stuff like that. Can be really hard to walk around, so that's why we're going to just go right through here. And coming up soon, there will be a creek that is part of what Waterfall Glen is known for. There's a huge water that goes right through the forest. This is one of the areas that it goes through. If I can get there, I will show you some of the stones they have there, which they have used to build some of the buildings in Chicago, which I think is very interesting, because they didn't build them in modern times. They built it back in the 1800s, which that means they carry a ton of big stones across like 20-30 miles of road on wagons just to build huge buildings in the city, which, I mean, that sounds very difficult to do, and probably took a long time to build those buildings because of all the stone they had to carry along with them. As I was talking about before, these are what the flags look like. Here, I'll move closer so we can see it better. They're marked like this, and they're so you can follow a certain path, so you're not walking right into thorn bushes or sticks or some sort of cliff that can be very dangerous to step around. As I'm walking towards this way, here is where the creek is, right here. It gets bigger more around there, but usually you want to watch your step around here. You would obviously step down a little and then walk right across. But yeah, this is what the creek looks like right here. And no, I would not recommend drinking this water because it's very dirty. there are many dogs that would just walk right through and drink it. I don't know what they're thinking, but there is another body of water that is down more towards this way, and that's where most of the new people come to see, because that's what the main purpose of Waterfall Glen is to see the waterfall. We are not going to go see that today, but I will show you the trail that would lead you right to the waterfall, so that you can able to visualize that. So I have made it across the creek from before. This is the Clipchamp area. As you can see, there's firewood, there's lunch benches, there's bathrooms. This is like the hotel for Forest Reserve, which I hate that there's bathrooms like this, because it kind of ruins the purpose of the wilderness, but I mean, what am I going to do about it? Right over there, I think, is where the parking lot is. They cut down a lot of trees over there. There used to be a lot of, you couldn't see towards the parking lot. Now you can sort of see where it is. This area is usually good for just relaxing, you know. In a minute, we're gonna go back to the way we came. I'm gonna show you a couple other things to keep in mind when you're walking around these paths that are sort of hidden to the public. They're not like you can't walk them. It's just not a typical walking. As I was talking about before, a lot of the stuff that they cut down for this trail has regrown. So you gotta kind of weave your way around all of it. There's a lot of sticky weeds around here, and they're very irritating to pull off. So the more you avoid them, the better off you are. There is a section over here that I think is always cool to come by when you're walking this way. It's like you go down the hill, it's like you pass the creek, and then go up, and there's another path, and it's like naturally built, but it looks like someone made it, but it just was always there. Someone just found a way to lead you to it, which I think is very nice. I'm gonna keep walking. Once we get to that area, I will come back and we'll talk about what's over there. So I have reached a different area in my walk in this forest reserve. Right here is one of the hidden paths that I was talking about earlier. We are not taking this way because we are heading this way to see another fancy trail over here. Some of it has been regrown. Some of the plants and stuff around, I think they scratched this trail. It used to be really smoothed out. Now it's kind of messy. It's still there, but it's very hard to kind of figure a way around it. But this is also where the train is. This is something that happens every hour of the day. This area is a very convenient place to see it if you're into stuff like that. But anyway, we're gonna keep moving this way and show you different areas of this path that is marked, but is a hidden path that we were talking about earlier. Something I want to note before I start heading back to the main trail and start wrapping things up. When you're going the other way to come back to where you started, going up and downhill can be a challenge, and you want to know where your energy is and take a break if you need it, because both times can be very difficult. Going downhill, such as like going down that way or even steeper hill, sometimes you have to slide down it or step sideways, and that can be a very difficult task because you're stepping sideways and you can easily fall and break something. Where going uphill, you can easily run out of breath and not be able to continue walking, and you're halfway up the hill, you're not and you still got way more to go. There's something to keep in mind when you're walking through the forest. Here's where I was talking about how the trail is kind of pretty cool. Just goes down like that, and then you go up right over there. Here, I'll get closer so it's easier to see. And then it goes, this spot goes down this way. You don't want to go down this way. That's kind of a big drop. You're more likely to get hurt. There's another area that you want to watch where you're stepping, because you can slip and fall pretty far. And that's the other thing with these trails, is you gotta kind of watch where you're walking so you don't, because they can get very narrow and get really close to cliffs, and you don't want to, fall off the cliff. Right here is a lot of brush, likes to grow, but there's just a path that kind of goes right through it. This looks very similar to the deer trail from before, but this is one of the man-made trails. As you can see, the sticks on the trees that are leaning against them can mark the trail. Where's the area? Oh, right there. If you can see it here, zoom in a little bit so you can see it. That rock over there is continuous of this trail, another hidden area. You want to kind of watch your step right over there, because it can be a little hard to walk around. It's not difficult, but you could easily fall. But it's a very good view from over there. I'm gonna keep walking this way, show you more up here, and get back to where we started. Alright, we have come back to where we have started, sort of. We are slowly moving down to the main entrance, where we will start ending things more. But I hope some of this knowledge you have found about hidden trails and paths and secret, not really secret, but they're not known to the public, very convenient. These are some things you can do when you're exploring, or camping or anything like that. Things to keep in mind, because if you're going to stay in an area like this for a long time, you just want to stay on the main trail. You want to find things that are convenient for you, so that you have a good time. You're not just walking to waste time. Again, some of the paths you gotta keep in mind are the deer trails, where they sometimes mark themselves where that trail is, or they're just kind of off to the side, like right here, where there's just broken branches, and you can kind of see footprints just walking right through that. Those are not human footprints. Some of these could be coyote trails too, because usually they follow right behind them, because they're one of the predators of deer around these areas. We don't really have big animals that hunt deer. And Waterfall Glen is one of the places where they kind of try to keep the deer in a closed environment, which I don't know why they do that. It's kind of inconvenient, but I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna walk more towards the entrance, and I will conclude things over there for this video. So we are back where we have started with this video. This place is one of the many places in Illinois where you can walk through big trees like this and just kind of listen to nature, and it's very what do you call it, therapeutic. It's a relaxed kind of a way to just get out of whatever funk you're in, and kind of just love nature. And some of the places to walk around are places that you can walk pretty much by yourself, because not many people walk around it, and usually when you walk around these areas, you don't want to walk where people are. You just want to kind of be one with nature, and that's at any point you come on trails that you do not know, do not take them, because it could be lead you somewhere where you're lost, and if you don't know your way back, it can be a very bad day for you. Hope this video was very useful for you, and I will see you in the next video.